Alright, we're gonna be doing a double episode for today just because the entire first video was tutorial and that kind of makes me annoyed. Anyway, we need the key to unlock the door. Up until floor 3 we can change the difficulty, but I think we can still get through it on normal fine enough. So let's go to the battle screen. So there's 3 different songs, aka 3 different enemies we can fight per floor. There's the Goldum, the Holiday Wampa, and the Derpfish. And more or less we need to fight all of them, but as you can see, here, I think my mouse is on screen. You can see we have a 90% drop chance of obsidian, 75% of whatever this is, 64 of this. And each one has different chances, like the Derpfish, whatever its rarest drop is, only comes 30% of the time. So it's kind of, sometimes you gotta grind a little bit to get some of the things you need, especially for the keys. And you can preview the song. And the BPM is obviously kind of important because a higher BPM generally translates into a harder song. Like any of these like 95s are really slow and pretty easy to do, but anything higher, like this is a bit harder. So anyway, we're gonna get started. And it may be a little bit difficult to talk sometimes, by the way, because it does require a bit of concentration to play this. This isn't too bad. I can talk, a bit when doing this. But, as we get to the faster and more difficult songs, especially when the enemies are actually really vicious with their attacks, then we will start running into stuff. So we can take a hit now and then without causing too much problems. Anyway, let's cast a healing spell just so you can see what that's like. And it didn't recover much just because I wasn't very injured. Aw, man, I messed up the spell. The more you play this, the more you realize how multitasking works in this game. What you can do is a lot of times, like let's say the spell field and the defensive field have a hit that occurs at the exact same time. If you hit, because, you have a sort of window to hit it. So if you hit, one at the beginning of the window and you quickly switch to the other and hit that near the end of the window, you can kind of hit 2 notes that you aren't really supposed to be able to hit at the same time. Just kind of neat stuff like that. Let's see what we got. We got grape juice. Excellent. And we went to level 2, which definitely will help us a bit. So let's take a quick look at all that we're going to be needing for key the first. We need rubber, cement, bottomless pit, and hipster cotton. Let's, so that was the first song. Let's play the second one now. Oh, I actually do like the song. Now that I remember it. I'm gonna have to get better at that. Learning how to actually hit things in this game again. And the art for this game is pretty good too. Like, it's nothing, it's all kind of weird abstract stuff and the monster designs are kind of weird, but it's just so quirky and charming. Like, it's just so random and weird, and I missed that note, dang it. The real dangers are worrying about the red arrows. Those can do a lot of damage to you. You can usually let some white arrows get past without any real danger, but the red ones are the ones that, on the harder enemies, are just going to destroy you. do love the music in this game, though. This game is actually what introduced me to Ronald Zinke's music, and I quite like that a lot. Let's take a look at some of the items we've gotten. Also, let me know what you guys think of this. By the way, I guess I should have mentioned that this is a very, very different type of Let's Play, and so I'm very not used to this. So let me know what you guys think. If it's just kind of or if it's somewhat intriguing. I know so far you guys really haven't seen any story. You've just kind of seen quirky tutorial. But I think we should be able to fit in at least the first boss on this floor in this video. So you'll be able to start to see a little bit of the weirdness. Grape juice, grape drink. Bottomless pit. A topless pit would be much sexier. And we've got an experience gem, which its only purpose of an experience gem is to descent them for experience points. You can also descent these, but there's not really a reason for us to do that. No, actually don't do that. So let's go check out the last song now. I might actually be able to move the mouse off the screen now that I think about that. There we go. So the last song is Dirty. I actually like this song quite a bit. I like all the music in this, so I will probably be repeating that a lot. It's a slow and pretty easy song to get. The shield one is useful if you're trying to pull off a really complex spell and you don't have time to deal with the defense field. I guess that is probably one of the more useful times to use it. Apparently this game is controller compatible. I've never played it with a controller, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. And honestly, we could probably get through most of this without using any of the healing spells. But I just kind of want to show them off first. I'm also trying to get a little bit used to the game so I don't embarrass myself on the boss first try and have to redo it again. I mean, I will have to do that later, but I'd like not to do that immediately. And as you might imagine, harder difficulties add more notes, and I think the enemies get a little more vicious. Oh man, we got a fanny pack and hipster cotton. I think the fanny pack is an actual gear item we can use. Yeah, that gives me an extra defense. Fanny pack, never actually worn on the fanny. I've actually seen some people that do wear that. And now that this bronze armor is useless, like you can't use armor to synthesize things, I don't think, or weapons. So at this point, we can just desynth it for a tiny bit of experience. And that's that. Now, I've still got yet to grab all the materials necessary for Key the First. I need rubber cement. So I'm going to have to fight a few more times till I figure out where that one is. And maybe I'll see if I can synth these. So we'll be back in a bit. This is how it's going to work. We're going to play through each of the battles once. Hopefully with me succeeding, that's the idea. And then I'll do some grinding, and then we'll come back for the opening of the door. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. One thing I'd like to note, while I was just thinking about it really quick, is that while some of these spells are pretty easy to activate, like the healing spell isn't too hard right now, whenever you get faster songs, these spells that you're already pretty good at getting get much difficult to actually land. Like, most of the couple note spells like these aren't too bad, but when they're moving fast, they can get pretty difficult. And I think that's the worst part. It's not just that you're getting things thrown faster at you on the defensive field, but you're also having to relearn how to use your spells at a higher speed and not mess it up. Alright, welcome back. So we got a few new items. We got a Straw Man, which is an accessory. Increases HP 6. No, you're wrong. Don't tell me to shut up, I'm leaving. Everything's just flying straight over my head. Let's see, we got Hipster Cotton, Pretentious Cotton. We've got Rubber Cement, not quite rubber, not quite cement. Let's see. We're going to... Let's see, we can make the Dust to Dawn scroll. We could. Though it would be better to get ourselves some ironic armor, I think. Yes, it would. If we aim for about 70-ish%, that's not bad. And it usually works. Ah, crap. We have to go get some more rubber cement. That's fine. I'll do some more in a bit. Let's get the battle axe. And that's the problem, is you don't want to... You gotta be careful when making these, because you can end up weakening yourself too much for the floor you're on and have to go down to a lower floor to, like, grind some more. Alright, so let me go do some more grinding. Oh, actually, first. Iridescent battle axe, the only known effeminate battle axe. We've got ironic armor. Turns out the proper term for this is ferric. Oh, get it? Get it? That's funny. I like it. Alright, I got that thing back again. So now we can make key the first. Which the keys generally do require a little bit of experience to make, unfortunately. But we got it. And I guess we can make this too, since we've got the materials for it. It's not actually costing that much, so we'll put it at about 80. They will fail on occasion, but they're not that often. Fallout Scroll. Teaches spell Fallout. You have to get 85% accuracy or better on Dirty. So, let's see. We can practice it, but I'm going to give it a shot. It does require a bit of experience to do. Also, I think we have to play the entire song, which is annoying, so we'll be back in a second to see what my results are. Well, I got a little bit too overconfident and missed 2 notes. Oh well. We still gravely learned the spell. And now that we've done that, now we actually have the ability to, if we so choose, we can equip the Fallout spell. I don't even know what it does. Damage over time. It's okay. Not really anything special, I don't think. Yeah. It's okay, I suppose. I think, did Sequence ever get released? I feel like it got released on the Xbox, like as like an arcade title. I'm not sure on that though. Anyway, so now we made the key, right? Yeah, we made the key, so now we can unlock the door.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah, huh. How are these ingredients mixing like this anyway? There's no catalyst, no casting mold, no...
Hey, look, it's the keyhole. Go insert your new key, you handsome young man, you.
doesn't even make sense.
How old are you?
24.
You're the same age I am.
What are you getting at here? If you say 24 isn't young, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Through the intercom.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good, now we get to see the first
Hey,
boss.
Maya?
Yeah.
There's a guy here.
Yeah, I can see him.
Why is there a guy here?
Because you need to fight him.
Were you planning on informing me of this at any point?
How would that be any fun?
I hate you.
Oh, I dare say. I call into question your sexual orientation. Good sir, I do posit that your mother has maintained intimate relations with men other than her chosen spouse. Yes.
Naya?
This is Percival, the first guardian. Each guardian is, shall we say, unique.
Speaketh the lady true, Sir Percival at your service. Might I say, your pantaloons and frock are shoddy and poorly made.
Oh!
Is this a rap battle?
Your intelligence is well below the expected average for a white male. perhaps you are of other ethnic descent?
Okay, it's a racist rap battle.
Yes.
Everyone was racist in Victorian times.
Come, do your worst. Lay at me with your finest jibes.
Naya, I don't actually have to insult him, do I?
No, but, I mean, look at him. He's asking for it. Literally.
His face is stupid.
You knave! Oh, you buffoonish lummox! Your words are poison bombs! I shall remove the piss from thee!
I'd like to see you try, Knickerbocker.
Bring it thou!
Bring it thou. Oh, and another good song. Most of the songs in this are pretty good. And in general, the bosses are a bit harder than the regular floor, which would make sense. They're usually faster, and they got more going on to them, though this one isn't that bad. Oh, I did it! I did it! I landed both hits in both fields. I really like doing that. I'm gonna get better at that. I used to be really good at it, actually. Oh, I missed one. I do remember now, there were some other spells you could do that did interesting things, like, I think they sacrificed something like health or something for additional mana or something. I can't quite remember. I'm sure we'll run into them at some point during this. It almost makes me sad to make the music stop, but don't worry. Not every music track is only used for one enemy and one boss. Like, I think we might see one or two of these tracks from this floor used on the next. If I remember correctly, I think that's what they do. But there's still a good chunk of music in this game. And we got Percival's Pantaloons. Thank goodness. Usually the bosses give you something kind of good.
Oh, the sting of defeat. Your shepherd has trained you well.
Yeah, I did.
Mayhap, oh brash youth, you yet imagine me but a flight of whimsy, an illusion, or dream?
Sort of, yeah.
I may assure you that it is not. Take heed, your life is in truest danger. Seek the top, Kai, and trust your shepherd. She is your only ally.
Huh. How did he know my name?
Because we told him. Anyway, you're 1/7 the way through. Congratulations.
Great. Listen, Naya, I need some answers here. Is my family safe? Is this all for a ransom, or...
I'm sorry, Kai. I don't know. Honest. Best to keep moving.
All right. Up we go. Whoa. Crystals.
You got that?
Each floor of the tower has some unique characteristics. If it makes you feel better, you're quite close to the safe room. You should be able to get there without any encounters.
I'll need to fight eventually, won't I?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, what were you doing before the tower?
Why the sudden interest?
Just making conversation.
I'm a graduate student in electrical and computer engineering. I specialize in robotics and machine intelligence.
Like Skynet.
Right. Just like Skynet.
Where do you go to school?
University of Florida.
You're a gator.
I bleed orange and blue.
Lucky you.
And you? Is this a full-time thing, or do you have a 9 to 5?
This is a full-time thing.
Really? You people are kind of demanding.
You people. Racist.
I dislike whatever race fathered you, so yes, I'm a racist.
Fathered. Sexist.
Okay, then.
Alright, I've got some recipes for you.
The second key?
Among others. From now on, I'll be giving you an extra recipe per floor. It'll be a little harder to complete, but you'll get some extra benefits for your trouble.
Like what?
Go get 'em, Tiger.
And here we go. Yeah, some of their dialogue's a bit stupid. Maybe I have a slight rose-tinted glasses look on the game, but I still think it'll be enjoyable. And we get a bunch of scrolls and some recipes. Yeah, so we get a bunch more recipes in here that we can use later if we so choose, which we will probably be getting some of. And back out of that. Let's see. Yeah, this is the boss music from the last floor, and then we've got one of the enemies from before. Yeah, so all these musics are actually the same. There is a good bit of music in the game, but they do reuse a lot of it. Though the art does look really good in this game, does it not? Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, this is a weird thing for me, but I really want to do it. And I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of it as well. Either from a game that you may have seen before, but never really looked at, or maybe this is something completely new for you. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and next time we'll be back for some more... What's the game called again? They didn't even change the name of the application. It still says Sequence for me. What's it called? Before the Echo. That's what it's called now. And that's what we're going to title it as, just for ease of understanding. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Before the Echo. Bye!